We have one more question before Robin gives us some more housekeeping. Yes.
Well, I'll jump on to the end of that and ask about ways that you're able to support some of the pieces that have to go along with new journalism, like errors and omission insurance, things like that that are going to protect those small organizations that don't have the resources to fight. But my original question was actually, how has what you've learned on the ground at the foundation level informed any policy positions that the foundation has decided to take, or have you decided to take any foundation or policy positions?
Well, I think for speaking for Knight, traditionally we were not big media policy funders, but when we started all of this from the ground up, we realized that the rules of the game really matter and can cause universal broadband or inhibit it. And so now through the Knight Commission, we've gotten much more involved in media policy, and we have not just the Knight Commission, but the follow-up work with the Aspen. Our journalistic roots have led us to facilitate facts coming to the table and facilitate the discussion. We haven't stood up with a lot of heavy, policy stuff ourselves. But coming at it from our journalistic roots, we'd like to see a lot of real facts and real information on the table, as the federal government is now in the middle of actually revamping its media policy in some people would say in the most significant ways than it has since public broadcasting. And I think it's to all of our benefit to engage with that. The FCC has put up a new website called, you can Google it, Reboot FCC, where they're simply asking for everybody's opinion on all of these questions, and every single project that every single one of you are involved in could be something that you could put onto that website to help. It's really an unprecedented outreach that's going on. So I think, yes, we're more involved, and everyone could be. Terry?
And I think from a local point of view here, that this work has provided us with a new lens, new perspectives for how we think about the entirety of our portfolio and our engagement, from how we convene people, the types of research we employ, and the grants that we make. For those of you who want more information about what we've been doing at the Chicago Community Trust, I welcome you to talk with Juan Lay, who's our extraordinary Vice President of Program. She's sitting over here, and Libet Richter, our Vice President of Marketing and Communications, who are able to join me here and have a lot more insight. And particularly Juan was the one who created the very insightful shift in how this initiative played out in our community. But I think it reveals more deeply new ways to think about our work as community foundations. And I think the prescience of the Knight Foundation of recognizing that we were heading into a deep recession and that we would need to be not only rethinking our stance towards community information, but everything that's happening in our communication, in our communities. And so I would invite for you to take the same sort of thinking to bring to bear on our practices, say, around affordable housing in an era of tremendous foreclosures, how we think about the notion of welfare to work in an era of prolonged joblessness. And so how do these systems get supported? How do people get access to the information that is vital and represents our traditional core of our grant making, but can we find the seeds of innovation and solution in the work that we're about today with these new partners for our communities for that? With that, I look forward to learning from everybody for the next 2 days here. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to share our story.
Please join me in thanking Eric and Terry.